Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? This is Pack Life. That's Gideon, and that's Jericho. There's Leo out front. Joshua. Josh. That's Panther to the left. Josh was being bad right there. Joshua, do we need spankings? Josh, do we need spankings? My goodness. Can you guys not be good for 1 second? Actually, you're good lots of times. It's only that 0.01% time that it's bad. All right, so observe the creations of Yah. That's Nora, the big black one. And that's Hanny Wiggle Bars. It's Hannah. And then this is Leo. He's strapping. He's like 90-something pounds. That's Michaela. Michaela Sue. Mr. Bob's. He's one of the dudes who dukes it out all the time. And there is his nemesis. And Panthro. And somebody yelled at me the other day and said it was unholy, it was unkodesh to have human names for my dogs. And I don't find that anywhere in the Bible. And if they didn't have human names, what do I just call them? Dog 1? So send all my love to Dog 1. Isn't that our job? Wasn't Yah give that job to us to name things, at least to Adam? Which is very interesting. Crazy how we have names for things. Mr. Bubs, get out of there. Bubbles. Bubs. This is like camera. This is G-rated. This is for our family out there. And this was just a really peaceful little morning. The pack was just kind of sitting out here. And we're finally starting to get a little bit of rain here, so the grass is starting to green up a little bit, which is nice. It's been a very, very dry year. Anyway, this is a good moment of pack life. This is the creatures of our Most High, how He built them. You know, in a real pack, I don't necessarily know, like in the wild, I don't know if these things would like be able to like survive as a full-on pack. I think they would like pick each other off one by one. I don't know. I've never been to the end of one of these dog fights, and I imagine it's a brutal ending. I know these psychopaths out there will fight dogs, especially pit bulls, which is incredible. The people, wow, talk about really evil people doing very evil things, taking creatures of our Most High and making money off them and hurting them more than anything. Hanny's ripped. She's one of our most in shape girls that we got, having 7 babies like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I think. The pack, I think, is 3. She's 4, and Jerry is 5, I think. But anyway, this is the pack doing what packs do, which is still amazing. Every single day that I wander and I wonder at a pack, how they interact. And, you know, there's 10 dogs, right? And so there is a, well, you would think that you would have one that was kind of like the other. And there's neither or. None of them really look like each other. Maybe Josh and Nora, the 2 black ones, look the closest. But Giddy's the dad, and he's white. And I saw pictures of he and his dad and his mother, as they do down here, what they call locked up. And he looks like a Dalmatian. I make jokes that he's fat. He lets the pit bull breed down, whereas his mother, Hannah, not his mother but his wife, Hanny, she's just ripped. She keeps like a really good thing, and she runs and bounces. These animals are so agile. It is incredible to watch. They can just go bouncing from one side to the next and be looking at the totally other way, fall, flip to the ground, roll around, get back up, just on the run. And, you know, the thing about pit bulls and it's crazy having to stop the fights of these dogs is once they get into a fight, there's no stop. Like Some of them will. Some of them will. Now, that's not all of them. So when I go back, I guess, to personalities, like Mr. Buzz, he doesn't look like a tremendous amount, but he's been the dude who has been pretty much the cleanup crew. He always gets hurt, always gets injured, but he's always in the fight. Lionel, and yes, we named him after Thundercats, kind of before we really got completely sunk into the Torah. Actually, I don't know if that is true. I think we were in the Torah. I don't know why we named it after Thundercats. But this is it. See, and there's something always peed on. And one dog comes, like every dog comes. It is a bad deal. But that is pack life. So, anyway, back to when they fight and are crazy. They turn on and they don't turn off. And they can end up with a tremendous amount of injuries, as well as they will lose their mind, and they don't snap at you like in a fight, like they don't see you as an adversary, but they will miss and they will actually snip you. And I've gotten bit a few times, and it's always, it's the same for humans as it is for dogs, right? You don't really feel these injuries. Like, you'll feel a little cut and things like that if you get a paper cut, but if your adrenaline is dumping and it's literally fight or flight, then you get bit and you got bit and it hurts. You'll pull back, but it doesn't really hurt until a bit after. And then you were bit and you're injured, and that's where the pain begins. And so that is more evidence of an incredible creator doing incredible things, how he builds everything. And we're all built the same. We're all built with a brain. We're even dogs. Right? They function the same. They have lungs and hearts and intestines, and they all are amazing. And it's like, she's one of my favorites. Just because she was my baby, and they're all my babies. Every one of these guys. Tubby Tiger was sitting there sleeping in Jaden's arms this morning. He sleeps next to him in bed. These dogs are next to us in bed. These guys, there's 3 dogs in one room, 2 dogs in another, 3 dogs in another, and then we have a couple that roam around. And this is Eli's. This is the one that basically adopted him. Her name is Michaela Sue. Mickey, Michaela. And there's 3 females, Michaela Sue, Hannah, and Nora. Right there, and Nora is enormous. We nicknamed her Hippo, but she is one of the second biggest dogs. Jerry's the biggest, Leo's the second biggest, and she might be second. I mean, she's solid mass. Leo is a monster as well. There's a dog over there throwing up, and that again is Yah's amazing creations. They can eat anything. They never get sick. These things never get sick. The only time we ever have issues is when, hi Nora, I don't know, hi baby. She smiles. Hi Nora, how are you, baby? Hi Michaela. Or you can say hi to everyone. Hi to everyone. Hi Nora, hi baby. So these two are rivalry. The girls are definitely a rivalry. Boys are definitely their own little rivalry, and Nora is literally the food alpha. If there is food, she will whip every one of these people. If it has nothing to do with food, she's not the alpha. She doesn't go around looking for fights. She doesn't do anything. But when it comes to food, she'll smoke every single one of them. She will not back down. And there's Panther. He's the other troublemaker. Panther is the one that always ends up in the dumpster. But he's always a bully. He lives his day to day, and they walk up to each other and they get in each other's faces, just like a bully would. I don't know why this is called pit bulls, because they're bullies. I think it's actually because they're supposed to be bred for cow dogs. Is what they were. But they're extremely hardcore dogs. They can get injured extremely badly and be up in a day or so. And that's Tubby Tiger. He has emotions beyond emotions of a female. He he's in your lap. He's the one that gets extremely excited. He begins a lot of the house sessions, and he is extremely unique. He's on the top list of which dogs, if I had to get rid of a dog, he would be probably number one. Probably number one. We love Tubby, and we love them all, which is why we literally risk our lives day in and day out trying to keep these guys alive. And I would never ever suggest raising a pack to anybody. I think I don't know if we're unique, because I don't know if we're going to walk away at the end of this, but I've lived my life in combat sports all my life, and so my boys have as well. And so we're kind of used to getting hurt and bleeding a little bit. And so if if you were unwilling to bleed, or you're unwilling to fight, then the only alternative when these suckers would break out is they would die. You would have, unless you were willing to engage in a pack of pit bulls, somebody would die the first fight. You got to stop these things, and unless you have multiple people that are willing, I've done it before by myself, and it's very unpleasant, and I still have memories of it. I still have a place, I call it the Roctagon, where my knee, by the time it was like a 2-3 minute fight, and I came out the worst of it, again, like always. Dogs come out hurt, but my job is to basically stay in the middle, lay on one, pull a jaw open as the other, and then try to beat the other one down, and pray to God that another dog doesn't come in the middle of it and end up with 3 on whatever. So this is not probably a responsible life, but it is a life that we grabbed and accepted, and I guess everything is for a reason, and so far it has been wild. But we love our pit bulls so much. It's just, I don't know. Anyone that has dogs are extremely loyal, faithful creatures. And these things act like a pack. It's not like they're bad dogs. They just act like a pack. And we're doing things to make things more secure, as in keeping cows further away from our lands, which caused the last fight. And make sure we don't trigger these guys. Things get triggered real bad. So... boy, I guess I started rambling to you guys as I was doing this. I've never really put any of this stuff out there on this channel. And I guess for anybody that is into pit bulls, well, you got some pack life here. And this is, most of the day is like this. They will get triggered, and we're trying to get, I guess, more violent when they get triggered. We have to get violent quicker so they know we mean business. And that's the problem, is your pit bulls, this is like, it can't be like poker. You can't bluff. You can't bluff. Got a dog over there doing some crazy stuff. You got to be willing to literally get in a fight and do what it needs to do to save your babies. And we love these things. My wife had twins, and when we had these things, we accidentally fell in love with them. And it's like, I could never break the hearts of the family. There's a good shot right there. Let me get a picture right there. Jerry's like almost 100. I think he might be a little over 100, but he is a beast. He's the only one that is he's half lab and half pit bull, and he came out huge. And sorry, I was trying to figure out what the pits are looking at. They're looking like they're just about getting ready to go investigate something, and that's what they do. Jericho. Jerry. There's more pack life, right? Like, I will sit there and nibble the fleas off you or something. And for the most part, we can contain the fleas. It requires a tremendous amount of water and bathing. And bathing takes a full day to bath these hounds. And we've had fights before in baths. Like when Caden was walking through the house, because you basically they run from their baths. They run from baths. And Jerry. So they run from baths, and one time Caden had to We pick him up somewhere, and then we cradle him in our arms, and we walk him to the bath. Well, somebody attacked Panthro, and along the way, you got to be careful. There's a lot of, you have to have a tremendous amount of respect, and just like that, you know, look at Panthro. He's a bully. That's a bully. Get down, Panthro. And that is what you do. But they probably wouldn't fight. They would just sit there, and Panthro likes to, that's a domination assertion thing. They just do it. I don't know why. And Panthro will get his butt whipped, and he doesn't learn. And I keep having these chats with him, and I'm like, Panthro, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get killed if you don't stop doing this stuff, because nobody likes it. And when things happen, hey, Tubby's in your garden, Mom. Tubby. Come here, guys. Everyone out. Come on, guys. Everyone out. Tubby, come on. Oh, he's got in. He can't get out. All right. See, look how curious this pack is. One gets stuck in there. It's like...
How'd you get in? How'd you get in, Tubby? Is that a bad boy?
He is a bad boy. He is a bad Tubby. Uh-oh.
Hey, no. Go. Go, hey, go inside. Go. Come on.
Sorry, I mean, should be showing my wife there. Trying to give you a little bit of the action. But that's about it. Pack life. This is our life. And you know what's crazy is I got to studying Hebrews this morning, Hebrews 10, and you know, any Christian that needs to understand their doctrine should just sit and read Hebrews 10 until you understand it, because it's actually, it is an anti-grace theory.
Tubby, come here. Panthro. Come on. Come on. Panthro.
All right, so that's a little bit into our life, and a bit into pack life. Hope you guys have a good day. Panther's being a bully like always. Panther, you being a bully? He can do tricks too. He can all sit, shake. Panther spins for biscuits. He loves his biscuits. So these dogs are super intelligent. Our creator is amazing. He's yawesome every way. All right, guys. Have a good day. I'm out.